It's Monday, May 4th, or Tuesday, May 4th. Down here checking the simulators out. His seats are in here, and I thank him for that. Gary, you took a few laps in the simulator. We've never met, have we?
No.
It's the first time we've met, but you've talked to me over the years. A few years here.
Yeah.
And I told you I was going to be coming up here. When you first came back, looked at the simulators back here, what was your first impression? Not just the simulators, but everything on the wall back here in the hauler area.
It gives you the real racing theme, which I think is good. It kind of makes everything more realistic.
More realistic. You took two laps around Talladega. Mm-hmm. What did you think when you got in? I turned everything on, the sound, the pedals, the steering.
It's more than I expected.
More than you expected? Yeah. Did it feel more realistic, or did it?
Yeah, it did. More than I thought.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think the job that the people have done, especially putting the simulator together the way I have it, trying to make it as realistic? We've got webbing on both sides, try to enclose you. We have a roof on this thing. Does that make you feel like you're in a car, but you're not so confined?
I think you forget you're in a simulator.
You forget you're in a simulator?
Like you're in a car. Yeah.
Well, you don't have this. Yeah. You don't have the hooker harness. You don't have the 5-point harness hooked up. Which when you get into a race car, all the drivers are hooked up to a 5-point harness, right? So that even gives you a greater feeling of being inside of a race car. What you see on the screen, how accurate do you think that is? How many times have you been to Talladega?
I mean, I've been to Talladega several times, but it's a different view from here. I've been around the track in street car after the race, what have you, on the pick rig guys, but it's very realistic. It's I'd like to go a couple laps with cars.
We're getting ready to put Gary. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get him in a 10-lap race, but I'm going to put him on a track with the rest of the cars, not all in a field yet. Let him take a few laps with other cars out there. Then we're going to get Gary into a 10-lap race, and we're going to try to get this video too. Thanks, folks. We'll be back with Gary in a little bit.
To park in, and every time he did, whoever's behind
they would get underneath of them. Yeah,
every time.
But you know what? If they don't hold, guess who's going to the wall?
Oh, you're right.
Because most of those guys don't hold. They slide up and push you into the wall or spin you.
But I think it was 99, maybe 98, 99. We went to Pocono, and I don't know if it was car change, driver style. Bobby figured the flat tracks out like that, and we were dominant for several years. And
they will, and those guys, but the back end, you got to punch it, and it just feels like that back end is coming.
Yeah.
But they hook. I don't know what it's called. Hooking up.
They get in, they wait for the car to turn, they get on the outside.
And then they get on, and then they get on it.
It's in, and
that's right. It's like a straight line out of that turn is what it is.
Yeah.
What do you think of that track?
That's awesome.
I mean, for realism, I can tell you this, and I've been there, and I've been there on this side around trucks, not in the car, but that's almost exact, man, to what you're seeing when you're out there in the car, man. If I put 43 cars out here, you would be like, they would be bouncing you off the walls, and like you said, I mean, if you tried to arc out and come in, the guy behind you would dive in, I don't know if they slide up that much, but they're going to get underneath of you.
A lot of rear clips.
Well,